Conclusion. Time and energy. The man and the woman who interact, who have come to an understanding of how they describe the words they speak and the gesture they make with their body now, and how each of them feel about these parts of life now. They don't worry about hunger. They don't starve. They don't run out of gasoline in their car. Their house never runs out of Amazon purchases. Their technology never gets old. Their pets never run out of litter and never get them a ticket from the law enforcement, police, department. They go to places to get haircuts. They can afford to look and be what they want now. They don't live with the intensity of a wolf and the tenacity of the pack. They don't have the grit of the fur on the back of the animal who hunts and feeds babies and members of their family. Creatures who depend on their hunt now. Social services and the workers who proclaim their benefits, the politicians, the activists, the city leaders who are elected, the mayor and the governor in the state, and the president also. They have built this world now they call civilization in their textbooks. From the history they wrote in their books, on the shelves of a warehouse on the internet. They've tore down the old and the rotten Arby's. They've made teriyaki chicken diverse. And they sell dumplings and soups, vegetables at the farmer's market for cultural nutrition, and have nearly outlawed meat for consumption now. People gain weight in these positions of power. They get so stone-faced and build huge mansions to feed their energy, to control time. And they maintain their numbers, their seconds, their hours, their calendar year with the calories they consume. They devour now. They go to prestigious universities and colleges on the East Coast, They come up from nowhere and have a story about their family immigrating from far away now. They each look different. And make their appearance, explain the words coming out of their mouth and the gesture on their body describing their thoughts now. Planck's constant no longer has a shape, no longer has a line in the H. Psi has no value. But when a fraternity puts what they want where they decide, everybody joins now. Biopsychology, biophysics at the University of Washington Neuroscience Department, with mathematics, are a holocaust and a genocide, for lack of better terminology now. Getting into a person's body before they're given any opportunity and looking at numbers from lab results and seeing prescriptions written by their psychiatrist, counting up and lowering the acceleration of energy, limiting the amount of force the body can provide. Takes away the hammer from the construction worker. Makes a fist in the air now a dangerous, violent weapon, and will cause the Seattle Police Department to show up now, along with my voice being too boisterous. But a person that says Black Lives Matter, overtake the government, defund the police, resist revolution, yes, receives the admiration of the masses and the mob and the millions and billions across the globe. The identification for the counselor, social worker, psychologist, with all of the information and the data from the different sources, hospitals, doctor's visits, medical history, STDs, diseases, give a starting point, a place of reference to begin their work. their purpose now. In other words, the body and the brain have been removed from the patient and the client. The mind has been decided as the place of control. To solve and calculate the next now. What happens next now? And there's not much else. There's money from food stamps to get some coffee to try to build the rocket ship to go into outer space, to try to figure out wave propulsion, to not leave a single speck of dirt behind, risking their space shuttle coming after the man with the backpack and the racket attached. Now, the accomplishment of all of these goals humans have made has to do with language and math. Large amounts of people, a person with an emotion, letters, an equation, E equals MC squared. Restriction. Everybody has to adhere to gravity. The numbers in the mathematics say so now. And in order to feed the body and brain and heart and lungs and arms and legs and eyes and saliva in the mouth, a person has to agree or risk going hungry, pale, and weak now. A behavior, and then the reward of encouragement, the stimulation from the smile and the cheering, laughing, joking, and joy-filled emoji now. The birthday treat, the free lunch, and religious dinner provided with prayer and ritual and willing folks now. I'd say to any alien in outer space who doesn't want to be a part of the language describing their physical being now, to go elsewhere and find a black hole now. The end.